Hey there, Joe again. It's still Sunday, the 22nd of December. Can't believe the year's almost over and Christmas is right around the corner. Kind of looking forward to this work week, but not because Christmas is on a Thursday. That means we're off Wednesday. Well, at least the old boss, we would have been off half a day, or hell, he would have made us work till 2 or 3 on Christmas Eve. But this boss is cool, so we're going to be off Wednesday and Thursday, but then it's back to work on Friday. And then it's the weekend again. So, yeah, really just, at least next year it'll move and it'll be a 4-day weekend. So that'll be cool. Then the week after, the year after that, it's it's a 3-day weekend, and it's kind of sucky after that. And then once it's Saturday and Sunday, well, but he's a cool guy. He'll either give us Monday or Friday off, so we'll still have a 3-day weekend. But anyhow, there's something I missed in my story earlier in my how I got started in the modeling, and quick wrap up. I just basically started on my own. I mean, I watched my dad and helped him build a couple, and then, like I said earlier, there was a hobby shop that opened up around the corner from me. But before that hobby shop opened, there was Curry's Pharmacy or Curry's Drugstore, whatever the official name was. It was a little hometown mom and pop pharmacist, and it had just a little shop. I mean, my house, the floor area of the house here was probably bigger than their shop was. And it was a 2-story building. I think it had an apartment upstairs, like a lot of the little buildings did in that little mini plaza. There was a little grocery store and a couple other little shops in there. But anyhow, it was right around the corner from where I grew up at the time. And, he always had on the one side there was the little islands, the little racks, and there was besides drugs, there was the pharmacy counter. There was a candy counter to the right, and that's where you got your candy, penny candy, and chocolate bars. There was a little L-shaped thing, and there was a magazine rack on this side, I remember, and then there was shelves of just other things, like your toothpaste, toothbrushes, and little rolls of tissues and toilet paper and other pharmacy type things you buy. But there was also a little rack to the one side. There was always toys there. I think there was even a spinning rack that had the balsa planes and crap like that, and kites during kite season. But he always had model cars, and he had I think it was the Pactra paint, in the multi-pack. It was like an 8-pack of Pactra paint with a brush, and there was glue and model kits. And well, one Saturday morning, my mom needed her prescription filled, so me and my sister ran over to get it. And she gave us extra cash to get whatever we wanted. And I picked up a model kit and the pack of paint, and my sister got whatever she got. And I got this here kit. Now, this is a reissue, a 1996 reissue. It says copyright 75 here, but on this side it says 1996. Amazingly enough, for a reissue, it was a limited edition reissue. I'm surprised maybe it was on the outer plastic wrap at the time, because I bought this kit as you see it on eBay, because they go for quite a bit. Maybe it had a UPC code on the plastic, because that's how you usually tell a reissue kit, because it's going to have the UPC code on it. But anyhow, it's same artwork, same everything. It was the first model kit I built from start to finish, and actually finished. I told you about the other ones earlier, the ones I got when I was in the hospital, the Don the Snake Perdome, the Cuda, and the Jeep, and the motorcycle, and I think there was a fourth, but I don't remember. But then none of them made it to completion. I gave up on them, But this one I brought home that day after we got the prescription filled. It was a rainy kind of Saturday too. And I don't remember whether it was during school season or summer, but anyhow, I started building it. And, it's very basic. I mean, let me see, color-wise, it's black, white, red, like a wood color, a tan color, and maybe a little bit of yellow here they have for like the marker lights and stuff, but that's it. There wasn't a lot to it. It wasn't a kit with 400 colors. And then, of course, it has the decals to fill in the rest. So, yeah, so I basically, if it said paint it red, I painted it red. Painted it white, And of course, it wasn't pretty, but it was painted because you're going over black plastic. So, painting the white exhaust and the headers and stuff probably didn't look that good. And the red was probably blotchy and streaky. I just brush painted it, but anyhow, yeah, I did what the instructions said and, started building it late that morning when we got home. And, we probably took a lunch break. My mom probably made the traditional kid lunch, grilled cheese and tomato soup on a rainy day type of thing. She might have made hot dogs and burgers. I don't remember, But anyhow, we had lunch. I got back on it and, let the paint tack up a little bit. And don't know what ever happened to it, but I did complete it that evening sometime. Yep, got it all glued together. And that was the first model I ever built. So that's why I looked for one. And I've had this for a few years now. I think I got it in 2020. So I've had it for like 4 years. I got the block glued together, and that's about it. I do want to build it again. I'm going to go with the factory callouts, for the colors and stuff. But I'm going to add probably some details and some washes, and I'll spray paint the interior rather than brush paint it, and I'll use some shades of red, and add some details I wouldn't have been able to add back then. But yeah, I do want to build it. But yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah, so I have, that's a direct reissue. I mean, except for the 1996 on the box, it looks like, looks like the original box did, same colors and everything. Of course, the originals go for a lot of money. This one wasn't cheap, and I doubt they'll reissue it. I've heard it was modified into one of the other show cars. I'm normally not a show car person, but it's just reminiscent of the first one I built. But being called the Hangman, and it does have, you see the noose there. Yeah, that would probably be unwoke and un-PC. When it comes to woke, I roll over it and I hit the snooze. When in fact, I shut the alarm off. So there's so much for woke, especially when it comes to something like this. Come on. But somebody would probably call it out as, violent or racist because of the noose. And, really? Yeah, come on. Just let it go. It's a model kit, It's, it is what it is. It's sinister and dark. It's not racist or violent. Oh, God. What are you going to do, though? But anyhow, yeah, just wanted to bring that up. So, yeah. And I've been in here kind of cleaning up. I wanted to get some crap off the table. I got the slot car bodies. I put them aside for now because I got 2 to finish. I got the, well, you could see it. I got the Ford GT for the Mill Creek Fab. It used to be the one-arm modeler. I can't remember his last name, Joey something. That's for his group build that's due the 28th of this month. So I got to get that done. So I tried to clear some of this table off. And I got the Roadrunner, of course, which is, for, hold on. Yeah, the Roadrunner I've been showing you. I put everything back in the box for now so I wouldn't lose parts. That's the Roadrunner for Blue Ox group build. That's due the not Christmas Eve, but New Year's Eve. So I got to try to get these 2 finished by their appropriate dates. So all the other kits are going, click the knob, back burner. Try to get these 2 done, by then. I got some parts coming in for this. I ordered some photo etched exhaust flanges for the headers, and I thought they'd be like really the day before it was due, or like the day after Christmas. They're in Youngstown tonight, or this morning. They hit the Youngstown post office, the main. So theoretically, I should have them tomorrow. They should make it up to here. It even says Monday should be the delivery date, but with how slow they are, it might be Tuesday. But either way, that's cool. And so yeah, so I got, like I said, I got a few days to get those done. So hopefully the next few days after work aren't too hectic. I still got a little Christmas shopping to do. So hopefully I get some of that done the next couple of days on the way home from work. And I'm off Christmas Eve, so I can finish up then. I'm not going as radical as I would like to go because I don't really have the cash. Of course, I blew some of it on myself, which I shouldn't have done. But of course, the slot bodies are extra money. So it'd be kind of nice to get those done. But at the same time, I got to try to get these things done, for the group build. So I'm torn, if I get on lazy, but I wasted a lot of this afternoon. I was sorting the parts out for these slot bodies and all that stuff. And I went through the sprues and I cut the parts off that I needed to complete the cars. And the parts that aren't being used went into a big baggie. So I'll sell them. I'll sort through the parts I want to keep, and the rest I'll sell at next swap meet or trade them or whatever. However, I was sizing up the one taillight bezel on the 69 Camaro. And I was saying, do these go in from the front or the back on these? And I was just sort of sizing up on the body. And I set it down with the rest of the parts. And I put them in one of those little, I've been saving these from work because we ordered the fancy electrical tape that comes in these little containers. So I've been saving these. So I had one, and I put all the parts to the two Camaros in one of these, and I put it in one box and both bodies in there. So they're all in one place, right? Well, I'm looking in the bottom of that little container. I'm like, there's only 3 taillight bezels. Where's the 4th one? I'm like looking all over the floor. I got down on my hands and knees with my flashlight. I'm looking for it. I dumped my trash can this morning, so I know there's not much in there except for a couple empty sprues. But I dumped it out on the floor, and I said, did I actually toss it instead of put it in the parts box? No, it's not in there. I'm like, where the flying F is it? I had 2 Camaro boxes here. I just saved one. I saved the better one to put all the parts in, but I checked the flaps on the box. Because anybody who builds models knows sometimes little parts get stuck in those flaps. I unflapped both boxes, nothing. I'm like, where the hell did it go? I checked the drawers here to make sure maybe the drawer wasn't partially open. It fell in there. I checked the floor again. I checked my transport container that I take stuff to work with. I'm like, oh, I checked the bottom of things here to make sure it didn't stick. I'm like, okay, I'll just scratch build one out of something. It's a beater, barn find car anyhow, so who cares, right? And then I narrowed down to which box I want to keep. One was in better shape. So I took the newer box, I put it all in there, and I marked. Okay, for some reason it said it reached maximum recording time, which I don't know how that's possible, because I just deleted a bunch of stuff. Anyhow, like I said, I marked that box slot, and I put it up there. I'm picking the better box lid. It's in the lid flap somehow. I shook that and it fell out, so I found it. So I got the oven preheating for a pizza for dinner, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to pull out this GT and start getting the little sub-assemblies done so I can make it for the 28th. And I got Deuce down here, and here comes Mitzi. They're both coming in here. Hi, guys. What do you want? But anyhow, hey, thanks for watching. I just figured I'd do a quick catching up on that. I forgot to add that into the story earlier. But yeah, the Hangman kit. So someday that will get built, and you'll get to see it. So in the meantime, talk to you later. Bye-bye.